All right. Next matchup. Clefbaum sitting at 4-4, taking on Shane's Blemish at 3-3-2. Neil, who you got here?
Oof, this is another tough matchup.
Put your
But
personal feelings for both these men aside.
I'm gonna go with. Oh man, this is a tough one. I'm gonna go with Sean on this one. I'm just looking at Kyle's team, and I seen Crosby's day to day, and Eichel seems to be out. Um, Sean has the edge in goaltending, uh, and he's also got the Ranger boys on his team. So I'm gonna go with Sean on this one. To
It's
your
fair.
dismay, Shane, I'm gonna go with Sean.
Is what it
Yeah,
is.
I'm
Lord.
gonna agree with you though, Neil. I think Sean's gonna take it. I'm not sure how serious Crosby's injury is, but they're not really saying too much about Eichel's. Um, but those two big players out right there. Uh, and I think Sean is the better goalies right now, and yeah, it's gonna take him to the win.
I'm gonna have to unfortunately give Sean my vote of confidence for all the reasons you guys said. The injuries are too much for Kyle this week, I think. Uh, I'm pretty sure Kreider got a shorthanded goal earlier.
Yeah, he did.
Uh, like that's a hard stat to come back from. Like that's a free point, and everything else that he's gonna come close into. And I think it's just Sean's gonna get a win here. I hate to see it, but I think it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna say it's gonna happen. The Trash Man, 4-3-1, taking on his rival Nick. Patrick Rumble, 5-3. Battle of the Knicks. I like this. Corey, who you got?
Well, I'm gonna go with Nick. I'm gonna go
Which
with the
one?
trash. I'm gonna go with the trash man. The trash man. Uh, I feel like next team they didn't really show up last week against me too much. I wouldn't say I earned the victory too much. And I think the Nick Socia has the better keeper foundation. And we know Patch Reddy just picked up a guy who's on the IR, so that's not going to help you any.
Fair. Neil, what you got?
I'm gonna echo the same sentiment as well. Um, yeah, I'm looking at Pacioretty's team. He's got like four guys on IR.
Yeah.
Four big guys on IR. So I'm gonna give the edge to Nick Sosi.
Yeah, I agree. The Trash Man. Frank is coming out here, terrorizing, he's moving garbage out, shopping with some of those assets, picking up some better players for his team. He's the better foundation right now. Patches might have more goalies, but they're not better than Vass. Vass could steal him games. He's got Point, Kucherov, Draisaitl. Like he's got the better forwards. I think Nick Trashman Associate here is gonna kind of take this week. Maybe don't trade for injured players. Just saying. Although he did too. He traded for a couple injured players today. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lettinen and Savard, but I still think his foundation's better, and he's gonna win this week. Who suck my Ojic at 4-3-1, taking on Wonton Soup at 3-4-1. Neil, we're gonna start with you on this one. Who do you got?
Well, myself, obviously. I mean, it'd be silly to bet against myself. Um, I talked earlier about this being the soft spot of the schedule that I was looking forward to. So I think I'm going to take this decidedly this week.
Corey, what do you think?
Yeah, same thing. I mean, Casey's record getting a little better there. 3 wins already. Like he's not out of the mix or everything, but
I think those were against the bottom feeders, though.
yeah, I don't think he has enough to do it for this
You
week.
heard me, Travis. I'm gonna agree with you. I think Neil's gonna take this. He's on the rise. He had a few rough starts. He ran into a fucking juggernaut here. Um, sorry, Neil. Sorry.
Was the juggernaut?
No, it wasn't. It was just me. Just no. He ran into a rough start. Came back. He's on a nice little streak. Wonton Soup really has no business competing with one of our normal contenders, right? So I think Neil's guys are heating up a bit, and they're just gonna overpower Wonton Soup. That's it. Neil, I'm gonna see you crush some Wonton Soup this week.
All right.
Sauce Pass here. 4-2-2. Taking on our defending champion. 7 on the ice. 4-3-1. Corey, tell me about this. Who you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with myself. I just think I have the better team. I think I'll have the more goalie starts than him. With him even trading that away, and I think my team's just performing well.
Neil, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with Corey as well. Same reasons he mentioned. Looking at his team, Mark's team, that Ned trade was kind of hurts him right now, and he's got a lot of injuries. DeSmith, Riley, Barkov, Malkin. There's too many things going on there. So I'm gonna give the edge to Corey.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. For all the reasons you just said, like his injuries are just too much. And I just think Corey's just gonna, I don't know. I won't say it'll be easy, but it'll probably be easy.
Close in the standings, right? Only 1 point difference here.
Yeah, but I don't think that reflects his injury issues right now.
That's fair.
You know, he's losing some good players for most of this week, probably, if not all this week. So I think that's a huge advantage, and you already have a pretty much a better roster than him, I would say. So I don't respect his Florida boys anymore. They're not together.
And Huberto was slowed right down.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you the edge. I think you'll take this. Corey, why don't you tell us about the prediction results? We skipped by that earlier. We got time. This is part 3, guys. We're having a good time talking about some hockey. We're going a little extra long here. So
yeah, it was a good week for me. Only couple things to really mention. I predicted the tie on the Sean and Nick thing. We all went wrong with Dan beating Braden. Who else we got? Only you predicted who's your daddy or Casey now to win over Daltrey. And then yeah, that's about it. Two of us went with Mark over Domo. So we had me going 6-2, you going 5-3, and Kyle and Travis going 3-5. So now I'm in the lead with 42 wins. Kyle has 41, Travis 40, you with 38. So 4 wins difference between me and you.
catching up, making up some ground.
Yeah. Kyle has the same amount of losses as me. He couldn't predict that other one. He just wasn't sure who to go with.
Yeah, that must be it. He just forgot. He does that a lot. When he'll send them in, he'll miscount how many answers he gave and just send it off. That's all. Skip over one every now and then.
It's not really hard to count to 8, right? So
you don't know his struggles, all right? That's not fair.
All right.
Well, that's great. Anything you guys want to cover? We have time.
No, just want to thank you guys for having me this week. It was a pleasure of being able to discuss hockey. I know my schedule, kind of wonky to permit this from happening, so I'm very happy to be on the show this week.
Yeah, that's it. You reached out several times. We'll be honest about it, and I just ignored it. Like not that you ignored it. You were kind of you on the show. You're like, I want to be on, but I work till this time. But It's been a while since we had on the show, so we're like we made the arrangement to stay up later and record this. Sorry, this is a lot later than we usually record, but my schedule permits it this week. Corey's a trooper and says I'll suffer. I'd rather suffer Tuesday at work than a Monday. So he said, "Hey, let's do this on Monday night."
Well, I appreciate that.
Corey, you got anything you want to add today or tonight?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty tired over here, but no, it's been nice having you, Neil. It's been a fun season, competing more, not selling off earlier. Nice to be back in the mix of it. All these trades, but not jumping the gun on anything. It was pretty quiet for all three of us, right? I don't think any of us touched anything.
Not yet. I'm just trying to let my guys develop, I guess. So
yeah,
we'll see how it
I
goes.
got some stuff maybe in the works, some feelers out there. So who knows? Next week we might talk about something, but I still got a 6. I got to get rid of that 6. So obviously I'm working on something.
Yeah.
Well, I got a 6 as well, guys. So.
Oh.
But I'm always willing to move it.
But...
Yeah.
Oh, I'm willing to move it if what I'm getting back is fair.
If it makes sense, right?
That's right.
Speaking of little trades and stuff, I just want to remind everyone that I'm very opinionated, and I will always run my mouth about anything that I feel strongly about, and that's all it is. Like, it's my opinion. If you take it for what it is, that's all. I know sometimes I rub people the wrong way when I post things, but hey, that's just how it is. You're gonna hear that from me. You're gonna hear that from me. I'm not gonna sugarcoat my opinion. I'll give it, but I expect it back. Come at me when I make bad moves or whatever, right? I'm all right with that. That's the fun of fantasy hockey, is that you can trash talk people, and it's all for fun. It's not personal when I do it, right? So
that's right.
No, it's true. There's some interesting trades, I put my mouth out there too.
Yeah, exactly. You expect it back a little bit too, right?
No. I don't make the bad trades. There's nothing to worry about there.
So I'm not saying anyone makes bad trades, right? But everyone knows sometimes you make a deal, you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Like that was not good. You regret it. Like everyone makes bad trades, but it should be all right to just call people out. I was being more criticized, I guess, too, for calling people out when they're putting players on the block. But yeah, I want to cause a little chaos. I do.
I was a recipient of one of those comments when I traded a 6 for Pasternak back in the day.
That turned out really well for you.
Yeah, I traded a 6 for Pasternak, and I gave away.
It was like Turris or something.
Yes, Kyle Turris. And oh man, Shane just let me have it, and
he was a nobody, and he turned out he wasn't a nobody.
Yeah,
you saw something. You were scouting those games. You saw something that we didn't know, and you're like, "I'm going to move this 6 for Pasternak."
Yeah,
this unknown guy. But good on you. That was a good move, right? And that's it.
Yeah.
It's just at the time the opinion was like, "Hey, that was a terrible trade." In hindsight, no, that was a great trade.
Yeah.
But take it for what it is. The criticism. It's an opinion, and that's all.
Oh yeah.
But I'll always comment if someone's peddling trash.
That's all there is.
Nick.
That's all that's left.
That's all that's left.
But people will pay 8s for them, so
yeah. So they're gonna keep selling that trash. That hurts the whole economy of the league here. It throws all our values off. And you got people paying a 6 and a 9 for Gaudreau. Because of moves like this.
A guy I dropped.
Trade round inflation here. Draft pick inflation. Killing us.
It's interesting seeing a couple goalie trades where the picks weren't the other way, and it wasn't like super heavily favored into the goalie's value. But there's some big names moving too, though, right?
Yeah, and I think though when it comes to like backups or like 60-40 scenarios,
it's tough.
You're more like inclined to be like, okay, whatever. Like let's move on from him, and right. It's
especially the Detroit duo, right? The Detroit duo. You know they're going to be there for a few years, each of them. Like they made it pretty clear that they're dedicated to both of them.
Yeah. It's a sharing scenario, right?
Yeah.
There's no clear number one. It could go either way depending on who's the hot hand. So, yeah. No, guys, I enjoyed our time. It was great having someone different again to talk to other than Corey. I talk to him all the time, so it's nice hearing from someone we don't always hear from. So again, Neil, I don't know, I can't speak for Corey, but I would make this arrangement again in the future if you want to join us again. It was a pleasure.
No problem. 11:30 is not too bad to start. It's what just after 1 now, so I'll see how I feel tomorrow.
That'll be the real test. Like, well, I'd like to have it happen again. It'd be fun. It's always a pleasure getting different point of views on deals and just opinions, right? You always hear us talk about it. It's nice to hear someone different talk about it.
Yep. Oh, well, like I said, I thank you guys for staying up late and accommodating me coming on the show. And most definitely would like to do it again.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get you and Braden on at the same time.
Oh
yeah.
The Caucasaurus.
Problem with that is he's got a kid that's probably up sleeping or up and whatnot. So I don't know. We'll arrange it.
We'll find a way. We'll work around it. He can bring this future Caucasaurus holder onto the show.
There you go.
The bloodline of his fantasy team.
Exactly.
Well, it was again, guys, it was a pleasure. This week, guys, everyone, good luck. Except for you, Travis. I fully expect you to just get fucking humiliated and implode. Yeah, we'll see what happens, I guess.
Screw you, hippie.
Have a good night, guys.
See you later.
Have a good night, guys. Good luck.